Welcome to the 2010 Coach Phil Lazenby Show. I'm Randy Bergen. Coach, first off, congratulations on a historic win as Bayside defeats Washington County on Friday night by a score of 36-30. It pole vaults you into the third round of the 3A state playoffs, a place that is certainly unfamiliar territory.
It was a great win for our kids, our program. The kids deserved it. They had worked hard all week and prepared themselves for it. And when things looked a little bleak there in the first half, they hung in there. And a lot of credit to the assistant coaches and the players. They did a great job.
Coach, let's talk real quick about some of the the kids absolutely scratched and clawed, got their way back into the ball game, and you got to give credit all the way around. The offensive line did extremely well. Cam Campbell had a great game. Taz Owens, that last touchdown, he was just like willing himself into the end zone and was just not going to come down.
Yeah, I thought it was a good effort on the kids to not panic and not to slow down, and they stuck with what they knew to do, and it paid off in the end. The kids' determination and effort paid off, and we're going to the third round. Never been there before with this team, and Bayside's never been there, so it's big for us. It's big for our program. We've been on the road 5 weeks in a row, and it's good to be back home.
How important is it to be back at the Plank on Friday night? A team that comes in undefeated this year, and that being the Green Wave of Leeds.
Well, Leeds got a great football team. It means a lot to have them here at home. We love playing in front of our fans. Of course, we had a great crowd up there Friday night. I was very pleased with the band, the cheerleaders, the support from our fans. It was a great crowd on both sides of the ball, and our fans were loud, and they were loud all night long. And it's good to have to get in a routine here on a Friday, and not have to be on the bus, for 3 or 4 hours going somewhere. So, yeah, it's an advantage for us, and I hope we take advantage of it.
Coach, let's talk about Leeds real quick. Certainly a lot of folks know that as the home of Charles Barkley and an undefeated season. Now, last week they played Clay County, and that was a close game. I think earlier in the year, whenever they played Clay County, they went into overtime and only won that by 3-0, I think was the final score. But on last Friday night, they beat Clay County. They won that 17-6, so a very close game, certainly not to take anything away from Clay County. I know that, as you had mentioned, going into the Washington County game, we've got to execute. How important is it for these kids to execute plays on Friday night?
The key to success is not always in your X's and O's. And, we try a lot of times because of our lack of size, to scheme. Last week on offense, we made a point of looking at the film and seeing what we needed to do, and we just needed to get better at some of the things that are our basic things. So that's what we concentrated on last week. We looked at the film in which we played them first, in the first of the year, Washington County, and we saw that it wasn't what we were doing, it was our execution. And so I thought we tried to improve on that, and I think we did. Now, against Leeds, who is a big, strong, fast football team, they've got a lot of talent. They're very well coached. Coach Etheridge does a great job there, all his assistants. They have been there before. They won it in 2008. Semifinals last year. You're going to play one of the top teams in the state. To me, watching them on film, they look like a very, very good and very competitive 5A school. They probably average, 245, 250 across the front. But a lot of speed and a lot of quickness and a lot of get after it. They don't like people to score on them. Clay County is one of the top 3A programs in the state, and that's the only 2 losses this year were to Leeds. And so it's a daunting task, but our kids believe in themselves. They believe in what they're doing. They believe in each other. And I believe, the kids are going to play hard.
Well, certainly no question about that. As you could tell, after the game, we interviewed some of the players, and I remember a statement by Josh Verner saying, hey, the kids, the guys rallied up during halftime before the coaches even got in there and said, we want to wear our blue jerseys again, and we don't want this to be the last game. So you got some great leadership on this team, and I'd like for you to take for just a second and talk about some of those leaders.
Well, all of our seniors mean a lot to us. We have some that maybe a little more outspoken than others, such as Josh and even Camp. Camp doesn't talk much, but he, during football and something that's very important to him, he tends to stand up and let the kids know what he thinks. We've got a lot of kids that show by their actions and the way they practice and how hard they go. They earn the respect of their teammates, and our senior class has earned the respect of all the coaches and all the players, and I know the fans. And so this is a big game for them and a time for them to shine. So we look forward to the game on Friday night.
Coach, for just a moment or two, let's talk about the expectations on Friday night. Now, this Leeds team, they've got a great wideout in Jonathan Rose. He'll be wearing number 1. He's been invited to play in the Army All-American Bowl, and which is a great compliment to him. What can our expectations as fans be for Friday night?
You're going to see a lot of speed on both offense and defense from Leeds. Their ball carriers are the running backs are big, strong kids. One of them's not real tall, but he's like a bowling ball. He's about 190. The other kid's about 6 feet, 190 pounds, and quarterback throws the ball well. They've got 2 wideouts, 6'2". One of them's 190, the other's 175. They got one 6'1", 205. They'll spread you out. They can run the ball straight at you out of the eye, or put you in the spread and trips and spread you out and run the zone. But their heart of their team is their defense. Their defense is so fast and so quick and so strong, and they get after you with ill feelings, and they don't like people to score on them at all. And people only are averaging right at 5 points a game. So not too many people have been put many points on them. So it's like I said, it's going to be a task, but I believe our kids will be up to the task and play hard.
All right, Coach. In closing, let's take a look at injuries. How's everyone looking for Friday night?
I believe everybody's good to go. At this point in the season, you're going to have some people with bumps and bruises, but I believe that those things tend to fade as the excitement of the game approaches, and everybody will be fine.
All right, Coach. Well, we certainly wish you and your team very much success on Friday night as you take on the Green Waves of Leeds High School in the 3rd round of the 3A state playoffs.
Thank you, Randy.
So there you have it, from the head admiral himself, Coach Phil Lazenby, as Bayside prepares to enter the 3rd round of the 3A state playoffs against the Green Waves of Leeds High School. Pre-game will begin at 6:30 on Friday night. We hope that you'll join us. If you're going to be at the game, be sure to bring your headsets, as you'll be able to listen to every exciting play. Be sure to tell your family and friends, for those not able to go, that they can certainly tune in to BaysideAdmiralSports.com. Until then, I'm Randy Bergen for the whole staff here at the U.S. Sports Today Network. Have a great week, and we'll see you Friday night. Go Admiral!